I started bringing my kiddos out to the ranch many years ago, and we were going through a really traumatic time in life. We had been in a safe house off and on over 100 times, a lot of court, a lot of trauma.
When I was growing up, it was hard to have a community that didn't change or that I would have to pull away from.
The ranch was a place of just solitude, and it was our true refuge in a time of complete crisis.
The name of our mentoring program is Bridges. A lot of the kids that we serve have learned that relationships with people are not safe. They have a very difficult time trusting. So the horses step in and they become this beautiful bridge for relationship. They're much more willing to build that with the horses. And then the horses become beautiful bridges for relationship with a mentor, who then becomes a bridge for relationship with Jesus.
The ranch just ended up being kind of like a consistent, stable community that I knew I could have in my life. And just knowing that the people were going to stay the same and be there, it truly meant a lot.
The gift of that was life-changing and saving.
I was an orphanage that housed hundreds of children that weren't wanted by society.
She was 7 years old when we got her. She was 24 pounds when we got her. The pain was very evident that she had been through quite the story and quite the hardship.
I remember her and her mom coming out, and her mom doing the sessions with us at first, and then both just having a lot of fear. Her mom for her, and then a lot of this was brand new, very much a whole new environment to her.
Sammy, she was really nice. She really laid the foundation of my life of trust and peace and just letting go of all the hurt I've suffered over the years. People were a struggle for me, of course. So animals and horses especially were giving me this peace. They also showed me that people are good too, because people are the ones who they trust.
The heart that God made in Olive has finally come out. I almost look at it as like barnacles on a ship, where there was people that came along and helped clean those barnacles off to show the true heart that God made in Olive.
I'm a new mentor. I have a little girl and she has had a difficult past, but I just love her because she comes from some similar past than I came, and that I want to help her. I want to bring her back to who she really is.
We know that trauma has a generational impact. It cycles over generations. Watching 4 generations of cycle breaking and getting to have played a role in the catalyst of that, for that to become a part of the legacy of this place. It is a treasure to have gotten to be a part of this.
Peyton, he's 15 and he's overall delayed. He has a condition called STX-BP1. He is wheelchair bound.
Morgan is our granddaughter. She has cerebral palsy. She doesn't do a lot of activity. She's in her wheelchair all day.
We use a special tool called a surcingle, and that is basically a strap that goes around the horse, and it has handles so that the rider can hold on a little bit easier than with a regular saddle.
We were very nervous, just little bitty, and throwing him on a horse, but they made us feel comfortable, and he loved it from the start.
They lift her out and put her up on the horse, and then she lays on her back. There's a person that leads and then 2 side walkers.
The horse's gait actually mimics the same way that a human can walk. And so if you're sitting on a horse and then the horse is walking, you're getting 3 or 4 times the amount of steps or the movement in your hips as you would just walking. And so for the kids that can't walk, just moving those muscles is an amazing feat for them.
Her hands will be tight sometimes when she gets on and lays on her back, and then as she rides, her hands will open up. It's a good experience for Morgan, and sadly, it's one of the only things that she does get to do as an activity.
It does not cost anything. As most other special needs parents have figured out over the years, if anything's labeled special needs or handicap, there's always a really large price tag. So having something like an activity that he can come do that doesn't cost anything is pretty amazing.
There are limitless ways to get involved at Refuge, whether you enjoy gardening, whether you enjoy just being outside and working. If you want to learn how to work with horses, you don't have to have experience, we'll teach you. What you do have to have is a heart for Jesus and a heart for hurting kids. Refuge Ranch receives no government funding. We are very Christ-centered in everything we do. And what that means is that we rely on the generosity of donors, on our church partners, on people who are passionate about seeing the gospel go to the hearts of hurting kids in our community. And so if that mission resonates with you, we need your partnership. Ministry for people who have been through really hard things can be slow. But that is the kind of ministry that Jesus did. That is what discipleship looks like. And that's the kind of relationship that changes lives.